Today, World with Wife takes you inside California's most exclusive coastline, unlocking the secrets of the legendary 17-mile drive. Most people drive right past a mysterious, gated forest near Carmel, completely unaware that it hides one of the most dramatic coastlines on the planet. Just minutes from Carmel, for a small fee, this private, gated road is a mesmerizing journey through ancient forests, towering cliffs, and turquoise waters. If you don't know exactly where to stop, you'll miss the turbulent ocean phenomenon known as the Restless Sea, ancient ghost-like trees, and a massive offshore rock. Today, we are unlocking the legendary 17-mile drive, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it right. Our first stop was Shepherd's Knoll, named after a railway man from the early 1900s. This elevated spot gives you a sweeping, panoramic view over Monterey Bay. From here, we climbed higher to our second stop, Huckleberry Hill. Look out into the distance. On a clear day, you can see all the way to Santa Cruz. Legend has it that famous riders used to wander these hills, full of native huckleberry bushes, for inspiration. For a fee, you gain access to this massive, private compound, winding through the Monte Forest on the Monterey Peninsula. It's called the 17-mile drive because, originally in 1881, it was a horse-drawn carriage ride that looped exactly 17 miles, from Monterey to Carmel and back. Today, the roads are narrow and winding, but flawlessly maintained. Officially, there are 17 marked stops, but we're taking you to the absolute best ones. Leaving the hills, we navigated through sprawling, high-end housing estates toward the coastline. A quick tip here. The road signs can be a bit confusing inside the compound. Take it slow, enjoy the drive, and follow the red dash line on the road when in doubt. Suddenly, the forest opens up to stop 3, Spanish Bay Beach. The contrast here is stunning. The sand is pure white, and the water is a brilliant turquoise blue. It was named after the Spanish explorer Don Gaspar de Portola, who camped right here in 1769 while trying to find Monterey Bay. Just 100 meters away is our fourth stop, the Restless Sea. It's incredibly rocky, and even on calm days, the ocean here is turbulent. It's called the Restless Sea because underwater currents constantly converge right here, forcing the waves to violently crash into each other. We even caught a faint rainbow breaking over the horizon through the sea spray. We pushed forward to stop 5. Point Joe. In the early 1900s, a man named Joe lived right here in a driftwood hut, selling trinkets to tourists. Early sailors actually dreaded this spot. They often mistook Point Joe for the entrance to Monterey Bay, leading to countless shipwrecks on these jagged rocks. Right next door is Stop 6, China Rock. In the late 1800s, this exact spot was a bustling, small Chinese fishing village. If you look closely at the rocks today, you can still see the dark stains from their cooking fires. When you pay that toll, you're not just entering a state park. You are unlocking a private, 5,300-acre billionaire's playground, known as the Del Monte Forest. Hidden behind these trees are 4,000 residents, secret cliffside mega mansions, and world-class golf courses. Officially, this area is known as the Del Monte Forest, though is globally recognized by the name of its most famous community, Pebble Beach. The roads, the gates, the coastline, and the undeveloped land are owned and managed by the Pebble Beach Company. It operates almost like a private municipality. And this brings us to Stop 7, the moment I told you about earlier, Bird Rock. It's a massive island sitting right in the middle of the sea. Pay attention to the noise. This rock is a sprawling wildlife hub. If you bring binoculars, you can easily spot brown pelicans, Brandt's cormorants, and hundreds of California sea lions basking in the sun. Have you ever seen wild sea lions up close in their natural habitat? Drop a yes or no in the comments. Following the coastline, the landscape shifts again. To our left, a pristine golf estate with stunning green villas comes into view. We pulled into Stop 9, Fanshell Beach Overlook. This isn't just a beautiful beach. It's one of the primary puppying habitats for harbor seals on the entire Central Coast. We sat there for a while just to enjoy the views and to breathe in the fresh marine air. From this point onwards, the geography suddenly transforms. We are no longer driving along a sandy beach. We are entering a forest of massive, ancient cypress trees. It's like a transition into the dark. Towering trees of Crocker Grove. And that brings us to our next stop. Stop 10 is Cypress Point Lookout. To reach it, you need to take this small road. However, as we drove along, it felt like a tornado was about to hit. The winds here pushed us violently, and the waves were massive. In 1542, the explorer Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo sailed past this exact spot and named it Cabo de Nieve, which translates to Cape Snow. But there is absolutely no snow here. He mistook the blinding white sand dunes and the massive, crashing white sea foam for a blanket of snow. Escaping the wind, we found shelter at Stop 11. Crocker Grove. This quiet grove is home to the largest and oldest Monterey cypress trees in existence. These giants only grow naturally on this tiny stretch of the California coast, reaching heights of up to 80 feet and living for over 300 years. At Stop 12, the sky began to turn. A drizzle set in, and the winds picked up again as we approached the icon of the drive, the Lone Cypress. For more than 250 years, this single tree has braved extreme storms and aggressive winds atop its rocky pedestal overlooking the Pacific. It marks the midway point of the original 17-mile drive, and has proudly been the logo for Pebble Beach resorts since 1919. By the time we reached our 13th stop, Pescadero Point, the rain briefly paused, allowing us to step out and see the infamous ghost trees. These sun-bleached, stark white cypress trees look completely otherworldly. This entire point is a strict conservation area for marine life and vegetation, meaning no fishing or picnicking is allowed, preserving its eerie, untouched beauty. And right on cue, the rain came pouring down and we had to sprint back to the car. Now, if there's one key takeaway from the 17-mile drive, it's this. Don't rush it. It is a 250-year-old living museum of maritime history, extreme weather, and rare wildlife. Bring a jacket, take the confusing roads slowly, and respect the incredible nature here. Next week, we are visiting the hills of San Francisco. So, hit subscribe, leave a like, and we'll see you in the city by the bay.